Hello, YouTube. It looks like we are live. Hello, hello. How are you doing? It's me, Miss J, and here I am once again in the lovely Champagne Dreams Productions branch office. How are we doing? How's your day going? How's your Thursday? Thirsty Thursday. We're almost to Friday, almost to the weekend. If you are in or around the Grand Forks area this weekend, I am performing at BJ Armani's Cabaret over at the East Grand Forks American Legion. Doors open at 7 and show starts at 8. And I will be there along with the Chromatics Burlesque Troupe, and Must Be Micah will be there, and there will be other people there as well. Hello, Ellie Mae. I hope you're doing well tonight over there in the UK. Yeah, just wanted to come on and do a little lunch break live because I got a package today from Unicorn Snot. So yes, so we had the blackout, which was a big kind of nationwide boycott, and I think people are a little disappointed with the results. I kind of understand why, because I think that like boycotts work best when you are talking about a specific retailer. The Target boycott is going strong. They've lost billions of dollars. We love that for her. Cutting her diversity programs, like, eat a dick. We don't care. Hello, Mama Champagne. How's it going? But when you say, like, just don't buy anything ever for like a week, it's like, well, that's not really practical. But they did say, not don't buy anything, but don't buy anything from the big corporations. And so they did leave a little loophole for shopping goblins like me to shop from small indie businesses, indie brands, local businesses, things like that. Mama Champagne and I did go to Michael's, but we're very, very sorry. But other than that, I kept it cute, I kept it local, and I only bought a couple things. I think there's one other that I'm forgetting about. I need to check my little history, but I didn't order from Day Day Signature, which is still on the way. That I think is supposed to be here, scheduled to be here tomorrow. But the tracking is sus. Like, the tracking doesn't really have much detail to it, so it may not be here tomorrow. But the other thing, I've wanted to try Unicorn Snot because I love glitter. We know that I love glitter, and I love Lit Cosmetics glitter. I think I've got a stack right here. Lit Cosmetics is my OG favorite. On my website, janessaj.com, I have a post where I talked about like indie brands that I think deserve your money. And I was talking about some of my favorite like indie brands and stuff. And one of them is absolutely Lit Cosmetics. And I think that they're fantastic. So they're still my go-to, but I love all glitter. I'm a glitter like free opportunist. I love to try new glitters. And so Unicorn Snot was having a buy one get one free sale. So I was like, well, this is a perfect time to try it out. Now it wasn't just like everything on the site buy one get one free. I mean, it was everything on the site, but it was like if you bought this kind of glitter, you could get another color of that glitter for free. It was kind of odd. So all of these things are in pairs, and then my order also qualified for a free lip gloss, I think. So I do have one little kind of standalone, but everything else is in pairs because that's how the sale went. So let's go ahead and open up my Unicorn Snot package. I mean, that's such a fun, and I've seen these around. This is not like a new brand. I've seen these around. I think they carried them at Charming Charlie's when I used to go there, when there was a Charming Charlie's near where I worked in Arizona when I was traveling a lot for work. And so they would have Unicorn Snot products. And I always looked at them and I was always interested, but I never like pulled the trigger. And so we've got, what is this? Multi-chromatic. So Unicorn Snot Antimatter Next Gen Glitter Paste. We have two of those. We have the glitter gel for body and face. We have two of those. And then we have this is the Glitter Boss Lip Gloss. This is the free gift, so there's only one of these. This is not in pairs. Everything else is pairs. And then I've got two liquid metal lip paint. And then these I'm really interested in. So I actually bought 4 of these. Yes, Charming Charlie's was a lot of fun. If you never went into a Charming Charlie's, if you love like monochromatic sort of like arrangements or like colors and things like that, because they would have like a whole area that would be like the red shelf, and everything was like shades of red and everything was shades of yellow and shades of green, and it was really fun to look at. Now these are the Quiet Riot Glitter Lip Duo, which is, I believe, a liquid lipstick and a glitter topper. And I ordered 4 of these because these are the ones I'm very interested in because they had some really, really fun colors. So let's do those last. Let's get into the glitter gel. This one is ultraviolet, which is described as a holographic purple. Oh, okay. So there is, and the packaging is just very cute. Like that block font, they color coordinate with the glitter inside, usually, I think. Or else it's all this purple and I'm just making that up, but we'll see. So this is ultraviolet. And this is like a glitter gel. Now, these just got delivered a little bit ago. Oh, and these are all sealed because they're all gels. I'm not going to open all of these because some of them I want to keep sealed just because it'll take me a little while to work through some glitter and to play around. But yeah, so then we have Flamingo, which is holographic pink. Yeah, I'm just making things up. It's all this purple color. I couldn't remember, but the packaging is all coordinated to the color, so I thought maybe they coordinated the like bottles too, but it would seem not. So those are the 2 like glitter gels, like a holographic pink and a holographic purple. I tried to get a range of colors to try. So now this is Antimatter Next Gen Glitter Paste. So the other ones were a glitter gel. This one is like a glitter paste. And this is in the shade Laser, which is multichromatic gold. So you can see these are much smaller. And it's got beautiful, I mean, it does have a lot of yellow flash. I don't know that I would necessarily call that gold. I'm getting a lot of yellow. I'm getting some green. These are kind of, it looks like more multi-chrome. Yeah. And these are plastic-free glitter paste. So I'm interested to know what their glitter is. Because water ingredients, water, propylene glycol, VPVA copolymer, silica, titanium dioxide. As if I know what any of that. Look at me like a fucking scientist, like sitting down like, propylene glycol, you say? Like, what? What do I know? I'm just a dumb drag queen on the internet. That would be a cute idea, but quite expensive. Oh, the different packaging. Okay, I was like, what was the idea? This is Pulse, and this is a multichromatic pink. And this is, okay, interesting. Yeah, so they're kind of talking about the like multi-chrome flash. And like this one has more pink than the other colors, so I guess that's how these don't look that much different to me. So these are much more of like that iridescent, you can see they're different. You can see that one has more pink and the bottom one has more yellow, but not that different. Whereas these are like, at least the base is like the color, and then it has kind of an iridescent rainbow glitter in it. So those are the glitters, and now we have lip products. So these are the liquid metal lip paint, and this one is Lava, which is a fiery red. I mean, I love glittery metallic lip products, so I was like, obviously I have to try a lot of these because they have some fun colors. And so this is Lava, which is a fiery red. It's very orange. It's coming across more orange on camera than it maybe is in person. It's a little bit more red, but it's definitely like an orange red. It's very Van Gogh red. So if you've seen Van Gogh red from Hung Van Gogh Beauty, absolutely similar to that. It's kind of a blood orange. Now this one is Glow, which is described as alpha pink. I got a lot of pink because I wear a lot of pink and I like a lot of pink. And so this is that lip paint. You can see it's pink. It's got a little bit of a blue flash. We'll definitely have to work these into some looks. Dion and I have on the 15th, we're going to be on my channel doing a dual live, and we are going to do Gem and the Holograms 80s inspired looks. These, I will certainly use these glitters. I will probably use this pink lip paint or one of these other colors, because now let's get into these, because these could be great for Gem and the Holograms as well. And I sent Dion a pink wig, so I think she's going to be the Gem. Maybe I'll be the Pizzazz, because these are the Quiet Riot Glitter Lip Duo, and I have one that's a green. Would be fabulous for Pizzazz, to be inspired by Pizzazz. 2 of these are wrapped in plastic and 2 are not. I don't know what that means, but let me throw this plastic. Mama Champagne, when she was here visiting, I just realized it this week. So I had a couple of like 24 packs of Mountain Dew and Pepsi that were almost empty that were sitting in my office. And I was getting ready for the show that I did. And she was here in the office with me. And I had her, my Odin's Eye order had come in. And so I had her unwrap the Alva palettes, because Odin's Eye always comes wrapped in plastic like that. And I kind of watched her do it. And she like unwrapped the plastic and put it into the Mountain Dew box, which was not a garbage. It was not a garbage. There was Mountain Dew still in there, but it made me laugh, because then today I put the rest of the Mountain Dew and the Pepsi into the fridge. And so, so when I was breaking down the boxes, then I had all this plastic wrap. So here is the Quiet Riot. So these are basically, you can see there's like a liquid lipstick on top, and then there's like a glitter topper on the bottom. Yeah, the dumb box was not empty. It still had stuff in it. Yeah, it made me laugh. So now we have a blue one. Let's go ahead and open this up. This is, oh, I didn't say the color of the green one, I don't think. So this one is Aura Gully Green. Gully Green. Like Fern Gully. I used to love Fern Gully as a kid. And of course, I didn't understand, like, I just liked cartoony movies or whatever. And so I didn't always understand that there were like different studios. And so then I never understood why I couldn't find Fern Gully in the Disney movies. And it's like, well, because Disney didn't make it. That's why. This one is Dream, which is described as royal blue. I don't think I would agree with that. Oh, well, maybe. Okay. Looking at it in person, that's maybe a royal blue. I think of royal blue maybe even a little bit deeper than that, but I won't argue with them. I was thinking there was more of a cyan blue like that, but yeah, that's blue. We'll give them credit. All right, so then the second pair that I got, this one is Clash, which is described as a true red. And then, oh, let's change it to all chat. Not that I think that anybody's like breaking down the door to chat, but just in case. So this is Clash, which is a true red, and it's got that orangey gold. That's really fun. Yeah, this is very red. This is not more of that orange red, so I think this is definitely still a different color. So you can see this looks even more orange when you put it next to this like red. So this is like a blood orange, like red with orange in it, and this is more like red. So they are, because I almost didn't get this one. I almost got a different one, but I was like, you know what? I really like that color, and I like that orangey glitter, and I think that'll be fun. And then we have this one, which is Chasm, which is described as pitch black. Dion loves a black lip. I love a black lip. I love adding glitter to like dark liquid lipsticks. And this one had kind of a fun, because it is like a pitch black lipstick, but then it's that beautiful, bright hologram kind of glitter, which I think is really pretty. I do have to say that this webcam is better about the like focusing. If I hold something up, I don't have to completely cover my face every time. So that's pretty. So yeah, so, oh, and then we have the free gift. So we have my little gifty. Let's open the gifty. This is the Glitter Boss lip gloss in Cosmos, which is described as an opalescent purple. And I almost ordered 2 of these as well, but I was like, I don't need 3 of these. Like, this is just a 2B lip gloss, right? This is kind of fun. Sometimes it's fun to use as a topper, but I don't need 3 of these. Like the other ones I'm much more likely to use. This is fun, but a lot of times goopy glosses like this, they end up breaking down liquid lipstick. And so I was like, you know what? One of these is fine. I'll get to try it. And if I really love it, I can order more at some point, right? Like these companies aren't going anywhere necessarily. So I was like, if I want something, Unicorn Snot Bio. Why is it bio? Maybe this is like biodegradable glitter. I mean, they all say like plastic free on them, but yeah, interesting. Yeah, so that is my little haul from Unicorn Snot. We've got 2 of these like glitter gels in a purple and a hot, hot pink. Very fun. Loving those. We've got 2 holographic glitter pastes. They're called antimatter glitter pastes, and those have kind of like a fun holographic. Hello, Tammy. How's it going? Yes, you need Unicorn Snot. It's fabulous. Yeah, I have to email today. That's another thing on my list today is to email the people about the broken ring light. I am not sending it back. I refuse. Like, I'm not going to pack up this broken thing that broke like the first time I turned it on. Those people can eat my entire ass cheek. Here are the liquid metal lipsticks, pink and kind of that blood orange. And then we've got the lip gloss. And it just looks like goop in there, but there is like a blue purple shimmer. So like this is kind of I've got like a lip mask on right now, but let's just put a little bit of this on. Yeah, this is cute, but these are never like the full glitter. Like you get a little sense of glitter, but it's not. Doesn't have much of a smell. It's maybe got the lightest little fruity kind of smell, but mostly it just doesn't smell like much of anything. And then we've got the liquid lipsticks with the glitter toppers. And so these are, we went very like primary colors with the, there, maybe I'll hold it like that so you can see them both at the same time. I was going to show the different ends. Ha ha ha. Can I do it? Can I balance? So there are the liquid lipsticks with the glitter toppers. These I'm very excited to play with. These are the ones that really made me want to place the order. And then I was like, well, and since it's a buy one, get one, and it's all on sale and stuff, then let's try a few other things just so we can have, because I do like to try new glitters. I've tried the Slay Fire glitters. I know I've shown them off in some videos. I don't want to talk badly about the brand. I don't get it. It doesn't work super well for how I do it because they've got this like thick base that kind of dries out, and then you have to mix it with like a liquid mixing medium. The glitters themselves are beautiful, and the combinations that they do are just absolutely gorgeous. But I haven't figured out how to really work with this medium the way that I want it to work with my makeup style and application. And of course, I do always love my lit glitters and MAC. I've got a bunch of vintage MAC glitters and pigments and stuff. So I love glitters. I'm excited to try these new ones. I'm going to be a lit girl forever. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here. Just this little lunch break live. And then I posted this on Facebook as well. But can we just talk for just a moment before we go about the fact that so I belong to the free version of Credit Karma because now let's out of the way right out the gate. Let's just acknowledge that like credit scores are a scam. They are absolutely a scam. They are a way to keep the rich is rich and the poor is poor. And they have such a history of racism, and they were really started so that people could discriminate against people of color without violating discrimination laws. They could use this convoluted system to say, oh, well, this credit score is this much, so we're not going to give you this loan or let you move into this white neighborhood and all that kind of shit. So like there's all of these problems with it. And we live in a country that is trillions of dollars in debt, and you're going to give me a credit score. Like, girl, figure yourself out first. Like, who is running this whole show? But the thing that just like has annoyed me is that this month I get like a couple times a year I get like a bonus. It's basically like stock from my company or whatever, and then it vests like now it's 4 times a year. It used to be 2 times a year, which they consider like part of your compensation. I call it a bonus because you can't count on it. When you get it, it's not yours. You have to wait for it to vest for these like vesting periods. So if you were to leave the company or get fired or get laid off, like you don't get to take that with you. That just is forfeited then back to the company, but you're going to call that part of my yearly compensation. So it's a whole thing. But so I just consider it my bonus. And then that way I'm like, I just plan and budget based on what my actual salary is. And then when my bonus comes, then we pay off debt, we do fun things. That's play money. It's not a serious thing. I don't consider it part of my like planning for the year. So all of that to say, when my bonus came in November, I decided to pay off my car because my car was getting close. It wasn't that big of a deal. I only had, I think my loan went through May or June of next year. So, a couple $1,000s or whatever. But I decided I was going to pay off my car loan. Great. Go me. Love that. Um, So I have this free version of Credit Karma, and they'll send little updates or little emails or things of like, oh, have you checked lately? Sometimes they'll send a little like your score went up or your score went down and all that. And your credit score changes all the time. That's the other thing about this scam is that if somebody sneezes wrong, it goes down 10 points. If somebody like has a good day, it goes up 15 points. Like the way that it up and down constantly, I'm just like, it does my head in. Like it's just absolutely, it usually stays within a certain range, but it will like go up and down a number of points or whatever all the time. And it's ridiculous and stupid. So I paid off this car loan. Since I paid off the car loan, I have gotten no less than, I got the 5th today. I got 5 emails from Credit Karma where they're like, it looks like you closed an account. Did you know you closed an account? Did you mean to close an account? Closing an account can lead to higher credit utilization, which is one of the most important things. Are you sure? If this is not accurate, come in and check. And like all these like sounding the alarm emails. And it's like, I feel like shouldn't Credit Karma know the difference between like an actual credit card account and then like credit or whatever that's actually like a loan? Like I suppose that's a type of credit, but it's not part of your credit utilization because a loan is always going down. Like your loan is not going to suddenly jump up again, right? Like that's not how it works. And so you're like, it's going down and down and down and down or whatever. And then you close the account because it's a loan. It's not meant to be a continuous sort of thing. So why is Credit Karma like freaking out that like I closed this account? Like it should be closed. That's the point of a loan. You get a loan and then you pay it off and eventually it's paid off and then it's gone. Like I just am so confused by why Credit Karma is like, and like if you want to send me a thing, like maybe it's automated of like, oh, let me just send you this thing. Why 5? Why 5 emails? Why am I getting 5 emails? Why do I have to know 5 times? Because I know that I paid the loan off. Like you're giving me something again, because it's a loan and it's something I have to pay off for it to change. Don't you think I know that I paid off that loan? Like, do you think I'm like sleep financing? Like what, like I wake up, I'm half asleep and I'm like, or I take mushrooms and I'm like, it'd be cool, man. What if I like paid off my car loan? Like, do they think I'm not aware? Do they think I don't know that I've paid off a car loan? It's so strange. Credit Karma is super annoying with their alerts. Absolutely. Yeah. And so they just want you to click on stuff and they want you to like use their program. That's the thing, is because that's another part of the scam. It's never made sense to me. Never in my entire life have I understood why people will tell you over and over again, you need to know your credit score. You need to be aware of your credit score. You need to be watching your credit score. You need to be monitoring to make sure that everything's correct. You need to be on top of it because you need to raise it so that you can get better rates and blah, 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 blah. But if you check your credit score, it goes down. If you do a check on your credit score, on your credit reports, your credit goes down. So they're telling you over and over again, you have to check this thing, make sure you check it, make sure you're on top of it. You have to be aware, you have to be educated, you have to be knowledgeable. But once you go to check it, it goes down. Then that's a bad thing. It's so stupid. what is the point of that? So then you have to belong to one of these other things. So like Credit Karma, that's the only reason I signed up for that, is because I can see the credit scores without, I think you have to pay to see a full like report. And then there's the like, you can do like once a year, you can like check your credit reports or whatever. I don't even bother with that. I just do the score through Credit Karma or whatever. But then they're always trying to sell you these services and doing all this stuff. I also think, like, I don't even understand how this is legal, because every one of those like credit, like Equifax and TransUnion, all of the places that give you a score, they also sell programs that will help you rehab your credit. And the commercials are always like, I signed up for TransUnion, blah, blah, blah. And my score instantly went up for 13 points or 15 points or whatever. And it's like, then aren't you just paying the credit companies to change your credit score? Like, I get that there's probably other parts of the program, but if they're making this big deal about how you like instantly go up a certain amount, and it's like, that feels like fraud to me. That feels like fraud. If I sign up for a paid service and then magically my credit score with the company that I'm buying the paid service from, like, raises my score like that's fraud. That's pay to play. That's ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. All of this stuff is so stupid. It's all fake and made up. And I'm just ready for the EMP pulse to come and we can all live in the Stone Age world and like barter and shit. Like, it's so dumb. Yes, how are they able to fix your score? Like, it's crazy. Of like, oh, so then they say like, oh, if you sign up for our program, then that shows you're working on your credit, so you get a boost. And I'm like, that shows that you're scamming people out of money, is what it shows me. Oh. And I feel like, oh, the other thing, can we talk about this? Because there was somehow on TikTok, I end up in the weirdest places on TikTok, but I saw a couple of videos where people were talking about, and I had seen there was this guy who's like some smart professor or something or other, and he was trying to argue that like your phone isn't listening. So like if you talk about something and all of a sudden you start getting ads for it, your phone is listening. Oh, I have a knock. Hold on. I'll be right back. I have my box of Unicorn Snot garbage here, so I'm trying not to step on it and trip over it. Oh, this is maybe a good time. My calendars came in, so I placed an initial order of calendars because I wanted to make sure I got in on the Black Friday pricing. And that pricing usually ends up, you can get that or similar through December, but I was like, let's get the initial order placed. And then, so if you go to janessaj.com, you can place your order. It's called a pre-order, but now they're technically here. So until I run out of these, if I have to place another order, the calendars are here. So let me get one of these boxes out. And we'll take a quick look. We're not going to look at all of it, because some of this. Hello, Joe. How's it going? Yes. So if you are thinking about ordering a Janessa J calendar for 2026, I am so excited. I mean, every time I get a new set of photos back, it's always like my favorite ever. But like, I mean it. Like, these are some of my favorite images we have ever done. Yes. So we have Candy Bay is the 2026 calendar theme. There's that beautiful cover image shot by Brooklyn Ewing LaRue from Dirt Candy Productions. And again, like I said, I want to make sure I'm not even posting galleries of these on the website until January. So the people who order the calendars can get them first, and they get the sneak peek first look at the calendar. And also there's going to be some in here that are like calendar exclusives that will only be in the calendar. But let me show you. This is January. This is my birthday month. So my birthday's coming up next month. Here is one of the images. This is all shot at Grandpa's Pool House in Stanchfield, Minnesota. I've done several shoots there. it's kind of become Brooklyn and Jerry and then their friend Lane kind of come up usually once a year, and we have a big weekend where we shoot lots of beautiful images and we hang out and have a good time. And so I'll show you one more page. This is March, and this actually features, so this is a little photo collage, and you can see in two of these photos is Fabulous Lane. She goes by Hexorcist on Instagram. And it's so fun. So like there she is up there, and then she's down here on this side as well. And that is actually my wig. So not this past year, but I think the year before, I used that wig for Colonel Mustard. Clue is going to be the calendar for next year. I've been working on that for a couple of years now, and we finally finished up all the photos, but we're waiting for Plum and Peacock to come back. So that will be next year's, because I want to make sure we can really do that up big, because I'm very excited. That's been a big project. But that was my wig for Colonel Mustard. And when Hex put it on, it looks the way that I thought it should look. It looks the way it's supposed to look. It looks like 80s rocker chick in like a ripped up Metallica shirt. Like that's what she looks like. When I put that wig on, I look a little bit like, have y'all ever heard of LuLaRoe? I got some leggings in my car. Like that's what I look like. I look like MLM mom. And so as much as I wanted it to be like 80s rocker chick, it just wasn't on me. And so I did pass it along. I sold it on to Lane, and she looks beautiful in it. She's worn it for a few things, and it is gorgeous. So there is the little like preview of Candy Bay. There are fabulous photos all throughout this featuring this beautiful candy photo shoot that we did at Grandpa's Pool House with Dirt Candy Productions. So I'm very excited. So the pre-order is live, and we still have some that are available. If they are $25 for the first one, they are $45, and so then if you want two, it's $45. You'll save $5 off of each additional, because calendars are expensive to make, y'all. And this is like how I have to price them after I order them on like a discount. Like the original prices on these calendars is insane. It's absolute highway robbery. But this is not a big money-making proposition for me, I promise you, because by the time I keep one for myself, and I usually send one to Teresa's Dead, and by the time I figure out the ones that I've taken out for free and that and the shipping that I paid to Visprint, because I got these rush shipping, I make zero money on these or whatever. But so the first one is $25, then it's $20 for each one after that. I've never had anybody want more than three, but if you wanted more than three, you can contact me and we'll figure out a better deal or whatever, and we'll get it all kind of situated. But if you are coming to the drag show, if you're coming to BJ Armani's Cabaret, I'm going to have whatever calendars are not sold in the pre-sale by Saturday, I'm going to bring them to the venue, and they're going to be $20. So you'll get that $5 discount just for buying it in person, that sort of thing. So on the pre-sale, you can pay through PayPal or Venmo. If you're in Grand Forks and you're doing it where we pick up, hand off kind of thing, you could pay in cash. But so those are available for pre-order. I don't order a ton because they are so expensive. And so I kind of keep an eye on. I usually place an initial order, and then if we need to place a subsequent order, then I order some more. But so they are fairly limited. So definitely keep an eye on those if you are interested. Check out the pre-order and get that placed. So I was talking about, before we go, let's finish talking about the like phone listening, because this is the kind of, it's almost like the whole, it feels like when people talk about this, that like, it's almost like you should check your credit score so you can be on top of it, but if you check it, it'll go down. It's that kind of thing. It was this lecture of this professor who was talking about like algorithms. And he's like, it's not that your phone is listening to you. It's that algorithms have gotten really, really good about predicting what it is that you will like and what it is. Now, First of all, I'll call bullshit on that, just because I sometimes talk about very specific things with friends, and then that very specific thing will show up. These are not things that an algorithm is just going to get. They certainly weren't feeding it to me before. So why did they all of a sudden pick up this like one thing and decide to send this to me? But like this whole idea where people want to make this argument of like your phones aren't always listening to you. And it's like, I have an Echo speaker here in the office. I have two at home. And I just know that they're always listening. I just know that they are. And people are like, no. If you have Alexa, or if you have the I'm trying to watch to make sure she doesn't turn on. I mean, I know she's listening, but if you have Alexa or if you have Siri or, Hey Google, all that kind of stuff, they're like, no, you have to say the wake word in order to like get it to do the thing. And I'm like, you're almost getting there. You're almost getting there. See how like the thought is like there? You're almost getting there. Because then it's like, no, it's not always listening because you have to say Alexa or Siri or Hey Google. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, how does it know that you've said Alexa or Siri or Hey Google?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She's listening. Unless it's always listening. It has to be listening to hear the wake word. So, like, of course, we don't know what they're doing. We don't know how it's programmed. Maybe it's like something where you have to listen for this thing, but it doesn't record any data or whatever. But, like, to try and argue that it's not always listening is so dumb in the face because it has to be listening so that it can listen for the word that tells it to do the thing. And like when that finally clicks for people to like see them, like it's almost like they shut down for a moment where it's like, of course it's always listening. Of course these things are always listening because they have to be listening so they can listen for the command. So to me, it's like, of course, I don't know how these things are programmed. I don't know how they work. But so when I know that these things are always listening because they're listening for the command word, then like when I mention something and suddenly an ad for that thing shows up, I'm like, tell me again how this is all just some big algorithm that has got me so figured out that it knew that I wanted this particular type of cosplay wig, or like that I'm looking at this style of size 16 women's shoe. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I get if they were like, oh, well, you talked about this specific makeup brand and then you got that. Like, I get ads for makeup brands all the time or whatever. And it's like, well, number one, why didn't it show me that brand ever before? But it's like that I could see a little bit more. But some of the like costumey, like kind of things that I will talk about and then see an ad for, I'm like, that's sus to me. So it just annoys me so much when people are so on that, like, it's not listening bandwagon, where I'm like, it so obviously is. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. How does it know that you've summoned it if it's not listening to hear it be summoned? Why is this hard to figure out? I don't know. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm gonna go. My lunch break is I've still got some time actually, but I've got some leftovers in the fridge that I'm going to on, and very excited for that. But I got the package. So I was like, let's do live, then we'll have a quick lunch, and then we'll go back to work. And so let's see if I remember my outro. So thank you everybody. You can thumbs up the stream. I would love it if you would thumbs up the stream before you leave. And after this is done, if you want to circle back and leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about this, what you thought about this Unicorn Snot glitter, what you think about credit scores and your phone listening and all that kind of stuff. Leave a comment down below. We love to feed the algorithm, and Replay Crew, you rock. So leave us your thoughts down below. While you are down there, don't forget that you can give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated this live. Or if you are like, girl, you were supposed to black out. I don't care if it's a small business. I don't care if it's an indie brand. Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to have at least one video or live a week. I know I've been slacking on the videos, but we've been filling in with quite a few lives. And if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, Unicorn Snot-tastic. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just pretend it's there. The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody's saying, Ellie Mae, have a lovely night. Have a lovely evening. Just Joe, goodbye to you. Buffalo chicken? No, I'm having, I ordered a pizza yesterday to the office. So I have some leftover pizza, and then I have the buffalo chicken at home for when I get home tonight. I think tonight when I get home, I'm going to make buffalo chicken mac and cheese. I'm very excited. I made a big pot of buffalo chicken, and then last night I made a buffalo chicken salad. It wasn't as successful as I was hoping. I'm going to keep working on it. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. And until I see you again, that was weird. I don't do that. Until I see you again, bye. And the awkward moment where we end the stream. Okay, bye.